Developing news coming out today in the past couple of hours, January the 2nd, 2025, as we are hearing that the Capitol is in lockdown right now over a suspicious vehicle that was on the premise. The bomb squad has been called. This is a developing story. Let me go ahead and share with you what is coming out right now. As you can see here, now this coming out, the U.S. Capitol area locked down over a suspicious vehicle. Last updated about an hour ago on Thursday, January the 2nd, 2025, the U.S. Capitol Police responded to a suspicious vehicle near Constitution Avenue and 3rd Street Northwest. Now, the vehicle was reported to be driving erratically onto the sidewalk, leading to the area being locked down for investigation. A man has been taken into custody, and the public is urged to avoid the area as the investigation is continuing. So there are articles starting to come out on this with video footage. Breaking: U.S. Capitol Police reportedly responding to suspicious vehicle. Here we go again. Suspicious vehicle at the Capitol. Police are currently investigating. Capitol Police have temporarily locked down Constitution Avenue near the U.S. Capitol after an earlier incident involving a man who was driving erratically on the sidewalk. So they're saying this is very suspicious. There are videos that are coming out on this. Now, in addition to that, let me share with you what exactly it is that the U.S. Capitol Police are saying at this time. So let's take a look here. You can see this coming out from the U.S. Capitol Police. Our officers just responded to the area of Constitution Avenue and 3rd Street Northwest for a suspicious vehicle. Please avoid the area while we investigate. You can see this coming out in the past 3 hours. We are still investigating the suspicious vehicle near Constitution Avenue and 3rd Street Northwest. We will keep you all updated with the latest information as soon as we can release it. Now, there have been a couple of updates. Let me share with you also here. It says, please continue to avoid the areas near Constitution Avenue and 3rd Street Northwest. The following roads are closed while we investigate this suspicious vehicle. Constitution Avenue between 1st Street Northeast and 3rd Street Northwest. 1st Street Northwest between Peace Circle Northwest and Garfield Circle Northwest. Pennsylvania Avenue between Peace Circle and 3rd Street Northwest. Louisiana Avenue between 1st Street Northwest and Constitution Avenue Northwest. New Jersey Avenue between C Street Northwest and Constitution Avenue Northwest. And here you can see before 10 a.m. our officers spotted a car that had been driving along the sidewalk near Peace Circle and into the grassy area near 3rd Street Northwest and Constitution Avenue. Officers took the man into custody. Please continue to avoid the areas while we investigate the vehicle. The bomb squad cleared the car and declared that it is safe at this time. The driver is being arrested for reckless driving. Please continue to avoid the area while our investigators continue their work. Roads in the area will reopen shortly. Have a safe day. So that is all the information that we have received from them. They're claiming that it is clear, it is good now. However, this is very concerning and very alarming. We're having the U.S. Capitol on lockdown. We're seeing the bomb squad coming out to the Capitol. And this literally within the last 24 hours, we have seen attacks in various cities around the nation. So this is very alarming and concerning that this is unfolding. And also, we don't really have a whole lot of information on the situation, but we know that there was a car that was driving erratically on the Capitol. They called out the bomb squad. The police were there. They locked down the area. So very concerning. But at this time, they're saying they believe that it is safe at this time, and they will be reopening the roads shortly, they had said. But no information as to what is going on here. Now, this comes as we have just had those incidences, as I mentioned yesterday, that unfolded. And take a look at this. Police arrest a man driving alongside, or this is actually the one for the Capitol. Police arrest a man driving along the sidewalks near the U.S. Capitol. Now, I just got to say that if this is just somebody that's driving erratically and there was no sort of nefarious means to this, this is, in my opinion, and I usually I give the facts, but this is just my opinion. This person is not too bright to be driving on the sidewalks in a vehicle literally within 24 hours after we had 2 major attacks take place in various cities with vehicles and driving where they shouldn't be. As take a look, as you'll recall, we had the one that happened yesterday at the Trump Hotel in Las Vegas. There was a man who rented a Tesla Cybertruck that exploded at the Trump Hotel in Las Vegas. was an active duty Army Green Beret, they're saying, officials have said, and they're saying that they're actually seeing ties between this individual and the individual that had the event take place in New Orleans, that attack as well. And they're actually also saying they believe that they all served at Fort Bragg as well. All military veterans, all serving at Fort Bragg, all involved with Afghanistan, and they believe all of them recruited and inspired into the ISIS with very anti-Donald Trump rhetoric as well. And there was a lot of people that were speculating that that whole thing with a Tesla Cybertruck exploding in front of the Trump Hotel in Las Vegas, that was messaging right there to Donald Trump and to Elon Musk. So they're saying that that was an event that took place yesterday. And also, there's developing news coming out on these. I'll keep you up to speed. There was the Texas man from Houston who ended the lives of 15 people on New Orleans Bourbon Street after driving his truck with an ISIS flag through the crowd. So we had both of these unfold, and now we're having this happening at the Capitol. And you can see here the bomb squad had to come out, cleared the suspicious car near the Capitol after a man drove up on the sidewalk. So there is a lot going on right now. A lot of people very concerned as we have these things taking place here in New Orleans, Las Vegas, in Houston. And if you missed it, I shared with you that we had the largest seizure of cache of bombs, homemade detonation devices made, 150 captured in one location in Virginia as well. So a lot coming out regarding potential attacks against the United States. We've been hearing these warnings from the FBI for quite some time that there are sleeper cells here in the U.S. that want to do harm to the American people. They have been warning about this for a while now, and now we're seeing a lot of this starting to come to fruition. And we had heard these warnings that on January 1st, there was a threat of potential attack. Also that on Christmas, there could be attacks. We didn't see anything unfold. They're also warning about January 20th, Inauguration Day, about what could be coming. And we had heard the warnings about New York, Washington, D.C., and also I've shared with you the list of all of the cities that they said need to be on alert right now. And right now, with this coming out, as they're saying they locked down the area, called out the bomb squad, the police were coming, cutting off all of the roads. Very concerning. Now, right now, as I mentioned, not a whole lot of information on this. This is developing news. We don't know what the individual was doing, what their motivations were, if they were trying to, do something nefarious, or if it was just an individual that was not too bright. But what we're hearing is that this has caused a lot of alarm this morning, and this is while we are still getting updates on those other situations that unfolded yesterday that we're hearing confirmation on were nefarious actors. Now, the one in New Orleans, we're hearing that was an act of terror on U.S. soil. The one in Las Vegas, we're hearing that was intentional as well, a detonation device. There's more information coming out on that, and we're seeing the connections that are being made on these, as they're saying both were from the military, both served at Fort Bragg, both also used vehicles that they rented from Turo, and they believe both also recruited by ISIS and serving in Afghanistan. So we'll see as more comes out on this. Now, like I said, we're seeing some of the reporting coming out from the authorities going back and forth. Initially, we had heard, no, this was not an act of terror. Now we're hearing, yes, it is. Then we had also heard that the one in New Orleans, that he had a group of people with him, that this was a sleeper cell group that was acting with five other people, a total of 5 people involved, the individual from Houston, plus 3 men and a woman that were there the day before with electronic devices, or explosive devices as well. And now we're hearing them say, no, they believe that even though they might have these ties, that they might have been lone wolf actors on their own. So the information's still coming out and developing. And as it comes out, I'll continue to keep you up to speed on this. But a lot of concerns coming out specifically right now with what is going on at the Capitol. And a lot of people saying, hey, what is going to be coming next? What can we anticipate with this? As a lot of people concerned as well, is New York going to be hit next? We saw all those protests taking place. We saw that shooting take place overnight. They said that was not related to any acts of terror. That was actually, they said they believe, gang-related. But a lot of people very concerned right now as we've entered into the new year, and it appears that there is act after act that is taking place And the U.S. Capitol Police are now reporting that they believe that they have cleared the area. They think it's okay, but we are still awaiting information as to what actually unfolded. Now, this coming also as we are hearing that I believe it's at 3 p.m. today, Pacific Standard Time, if I remember correctly. There was supposed to be a address or an emergency meeting, some sort of situation briefing room taking place with Joe Biden regarding all of the attacks that are unfolding right now. So we might be getting some more updates later on today regarding all of the attacks that are taking place, which they're saying they believe they are coordinated. So, but like I said, it's developing news and information coming out. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at this article so that way you can see what it is that they said exactly that unfolded today at the U.S. Capitol. And do me a favor, if you haven't done so yet, if you appreciate the updates, take a second, hit the like button for me. Helps spread this out further. I see we got about 4,000 people on with me live. I see David saying, Steve, thank you for keeping us up to date. You are very welcome. Urban is saying they've been spraying something in the air. Nikki is saying, right, the drones, right? I see Laura is saying FJB. Thank you for sharing. God bless you, says Marlo. You are very welcome. And again, if you appreciate the updates, just take a second, hit the like button. I appreciate that. Just helps. That simple gesture spreads this out further. Subscribe to stay up to date. It's totally free. I'll let you know everything that's going on, keep you up to speed, cite all the sources, put it on the screen, read right from it so you can see it's the latest. And you can see this one coming out from the New York Post. It says January 2nd, 2025, coming out at 11:46 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The police, they've arrested a man for driving along the sidewalk near the U.S. Capitol. Now, this article says that Washington police arrested a man driving along the sidewalk near the U.S. Capitol at around 10 a.m. on Thursday, one day after a driver mowed down New Year's Eve revelers in an attack that left 15 people losing their lives in New Orleans. Capitol police officers took the suspicious man into custody after he drove his vehicle into a grassy area near the foot of the Capitol Hill, charging him with reckless driving. So again, if this is just an individual that's driving recklessly, I mean, how stupid can you be? Authorities temporarily closed roads before a bomb squad declared the area safe. Now, police arrested the driver of the car driving down the sidewalk near the U.S. Capitol, the picture shows. Police did not immediately release the driver's name or age, or say if he is suspected of being under the influence of alcohol or substances. Now, in an initial statement, Capitol Police said before 10 a.m., our Special Operations Division officers spotted a car that had been driving along the sidewalk near Peace Circle and into the grassy area near 3rd Street, Northwest, and Constitution Avenue. Officers took the man into custody. Pamela, thank you for the $10 super chat. I appreciate that a ton. I will continue to keep you up to speed on everything. Now, it says later the department tweeted, our bomb squad cleared the car and declared that it is safe. The driver is being arrested for reckless driving. Please continue to avoid the area while our investigators continue their work. Roads in the area will be reopened shortly. Have a safe day. Now, the grassy square on that intersection is just south of the Labor Department's headquarters and southeast of the federal courthouse that contains the U.S. District Court and D.C.'s Federal Appeals Court. Another office building feet away houses rented workspaces and is the former home of the President Biden Center, or the Penn Biden Center, where President Biden allegedly mishandled classified documents after his vice presidency. Now, the erratic behavior comes after the ISIS-inspired act of terror by Shamsud Dim Jabbar, an Army vet and U.S. citizen who ran over more than a dozen people celebrating on Bourbon Street in New Orleans in the early hours of New Year's Day. Now, hours later, a Tesla Cybertruck exploded outside of the Trump International Hotel, Las Vegas, in another apparent act of terror, ending the life of the driver. Now, the Washington, D.C. Metro Police Department announced that in the wake of this shocking incident, that it was heightened security measures in the nation's capital. So there you have it, you guys. That is the latest coming out. Now, in regards to the bomb squad, let's go ahead and see what this article has to say as well. Bomb squad clears a suspicious car near the Capitol after a man drove on the sidewalk. The U.S. Capitol Police investigated a suspicious vehicle after a man was seen driving on a sidewalk Thursday near the Capitol and Peace Circle. It says a man seen driving on a sidewalk near the U.S. Capitol on Thursday morning was arrested and a bomb squad cleared the car, authorities say. U.S. Capitol Police officers spotted a car that had been driving along the sidewalk near Peace Circle and into the grassy area near 3rd Street Northwest and Constitution Avenue. At about 10 a.m., the department said in a statement, officers took the driver into custody, arresting him for reckless driving. NBC Washington video shows someone being taken into the Capitol Police custody amid a large police presence. Roads nearby were closed, and people were asked to avoid the area as the bomb squad searched the car. Now, the investigation comes after D.C. tightened security in the wake of the New Orleans truck attack a day earlier and before the state funeral of former President Jimmy Carter and the inauguration of former President Donald Trump. The man's name was not immediately released. This is a developing story. So again, these are the details that we currently have on this. Not a whole lot of information as of right now. We are hearing that U.S. Capitol Police are reporting, according to X, they are saying that it is clear, it is okay. They have not found any bombs or any issues at this time. They are saying that they believe it is safe. They will reopen the road shortly and to have a safe day. And here is, again, what they had to say for those of you that are coming in a little bit late. Our bomb squad cleared the car and declared that it is safe. The driver is being arrested for reckless driving. Please continue to avoid the area while our investigators continue their work. Roads in the area will reopen shortly. Have a safe day. This coming from the U.S. Capitol Police after this incident had unfolded today. And as you saw in those articles, just within 24 hours of having these major attacks happening in New Orleans, Las Vegas, we saw the arrests taking place in Houston, and we also had the largest seizure of homemade detonation devices or explosives in a single location in Virginia as well. So it has been wild, to say the least, for New Year's, the New Year's Day, January 1st, 2025. And now going into today, we are getting more updates on all that unfolded yesterday, and also this incident at the U.S. Capitol raising a lot of alarm as well. But like I said, this is a developing story as well. As more comes out, I'll continue to keep you guys up to speed here on the channel and let you know exactly what is taking place, as I know a lot of people are concerned right now. But like I said, I'll provide you with the information, cite all the sources as things develop. I'll let you know so that way you can get the latest information, as they are saying that at this time that they have cleared it, but we still don't have information on the driver, motivation, what was taking place, and we're still getting developing news coming out regarding the incidents that took place yesterday in New Orleans and Las Vegas, and we're hearing both of those. Those were acts of terror, they're saying, intended to hurt individuals, to cause harm, and they're now seeing the links between those incidents. And if you missed my video earlier today, check it out, as I shared with you the video footage, as they were concerned about all of the relations between those individuals actually also being stationed at Fort Bragg at the same time, and they said in Afghanistan at the same time, and now it's coming out also at the same time as the individual that was arrested on Trump's New Jersey golf course that was attempting an assassination as well. So they believe all of these linked together. So like I said, though, as more comes out, I'll be sure to keep you guys up to date here on the channel. That is the latest. That is all the information that we have on this. As more comes out, I'll let you know. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I see we got about 4,666 people live with me. Almost 1,300 likes, just one more. I appreciate the likes. Help spread this out further. Subscribe to stay up to date. It's totally free. Why not? I'll keep you up to speed on everything. That is the latest, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I will catch you in the next one. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.